Hey, good morning guys. Welcome back to the channel. I am working on a little project this morning that I'm going to share with you. I've done this on video once before, but I'm trying out a new method and I think it's going to be interesting. First thing I got to do is I got to pick a cabbage, and I've got some cabbages in my raised bed that are ready to go, so I'll start with that. All right. Oh, hands in the way. So I got this is a cabbage I picked the other day. We used that for dinner, so that one's done. And I don't need a big one, so I'm just going to go with this little guy, I think. So I'm going to start off with this cabbage. And, ooh, I might need both hands to get that out of there. Well, we'll be back in the kitchen in a minute. Okay, so we are back in the kitchen. You gotta grab a knife. I just finished doing some dishes here. And I got my cabbage. And what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be making some sauerkraut. I've done that in a previous video. Like I said a moment ago, I am using a different method this time around. Was gifted these really cool things. Hold on. Wasn't well prepared for that. Anyway, this is a self-burper, and I've got a little weight. My father-in-law sent these down to me because he saw I was making sauerkraut last year, and he thought I'd enjoy trying these out, and this is my first time trying them. So anyway, I've got those. I've got my canning jar, which, to show you how this works, this little self-burper just fits like a lid and just gets held on with your ring, just like that. So as the fermentation process starts, gases build up, it just lets them come out naturally, and I don't have to burp it every morning. So it's kind of a time saver, really neat little thing. So what I want to start off with is my cabbage. I'm going to cut this into small strips. I'm going to put it in a bowl and salt it. I've got a little bit of salt. This is my sea salt that I made last summer, so all natural. And reason I am doing this today is this is medicine. If you live in the US, you have probably seen these commercials where people are taking this medication and someone's talking in the background saying, may cause bleeding from the eye sockets, rectal leakage, all these terrible things, and these people in the ad are just smiling and going about their lives, and all these horrible things are potentially going to happen to them for taking this medication. And I need some medicine. My wife mentioned to me this morning that my breath was a little off. I didn't smell right, and that's a good sign that there's something going on in my gut. And I've had terrible issues in the past with ulcers and all kinds of intestinal nastiness. So I'm going to nip that in the bud before it becomes an issue, because I'm generally pretty healthy, but admittedly I don't always make the best decisions on what I put into my body. So that's probably having an effect on me. So I need to get that straight, and I need to get some good gut bacteria in there, which is going to come from the sauerkraut. So I'm going to go ahead and get this chopped up, and I'll show you the method. Okay, so I have chopped my cabbage into a fine chop. You can see it's pretty small. And I'm going to transfer it into a bowl. And this should be just about enough to fill this jar, because I don't want to fill it the whole way, but I do want it kind of tightly packed in there at the same time. So I'm going to put my cabbage into my bowl, and I'm going to add my salt. This is, I don't know, a couple tablespoons. I'm just going to start off by getting my salt in here with my cabbage. That's probably enough there. And then I'm going to get it all stirred in together. So you want to get that salt all over the cabbage, because what that's going to do is it's going to start the cabbage drying out, and it's going to release all the water that's in there. And then once that water has been released, I'm going to transfer everything to the jar and then press it down with a little glass weight so that everything stays below the liquid level. So if it doesn't stay below the liquid, you're not going to get a good ferment. So I'm going to let that sit in there for, I don't know, 30-40 minutes. So while that's getting the water extracted, I got to run to the store, pick up some stuff for dinner tonight, and I'll come back to this. Okay, I've returned from the store. It's only been 25-30 minutes, and you can see the cabbage is starting to sweat. My fingers are wet after touching it. So that is the process we're looking for. We want that liquid all coming out of there. I'm going to give this another maybe 30-40 minutes on top of what it's already had. And it should be ready to go in the jar. And I'll show you how that works. Okay, so my cabbage has been in the bowl now for a couple of hours, and it has broken down enough now that I can transfer everything over. So what I want to do is take a nice clean jar, and I'm going to move all my cabbage over into this jar. You can see it's gone soft on me, so that's just right now. I've got the water dripping off of there, so I've got a good amount of water in the bottom of the bowl. And that water is going to need to be up above the cabbage, so you get this in here, and we're going to pour the water in over it. There we go. That's about a half a jar, but that's going to be compressed a bit too, because we're going to put that weight in there. And here goes my water. There we go. Now, this little glass weight, like I was saying, that goes in there, and it just sits on top of the cabbage. And that's going to keep everything submerged. I'm going to kind of press it down. There we go. And if you can see, I'll bring it up closer so you can see. You can see the water in there. It's right up to the edge of the cabbage. And I'm going to end up pressing this down a little bit more as it continues to release more liquid. But we're going to put this auto burping mechanism on here and put on my lid. Now, I'm not going to have to burp this every day like I did the last batch. It's just going to do its thing, and this little valve is going to release all the air. All I have to do is keep it at room temperature. Don't let it sit in the sun. It's just not going to go on a windowsill or something. And now I've got my tummy medicine. And it basically cost me nothing because I grew the cabbage, I made the salt, and it's just a little bit of time. So anyway, I don't have to go to Big Pharma to get medication to straighten out my stomach issues that are going to cause other issues. It's ridiculous the way medications in this country and around the world are made to take care of a symptom, but at the same time can cause so many other much worse things. And this is all natural. This is going to take care of my issue, and it's going to make me healthier instead of the other way around. So anyway, before I keep prattling on about this, that is the process for making my sauerkraut. This is going to sit in here for 4 or 5 days, and then it'll be fully fermented and perfect for consumption. And I'll have a little bit every morning, and it'll just take care of whatever's going on down there. And that's it. So anyway, if you're enjoying this content, please like, subscribe, comment back for more videos. I'll keep on posting. Thanks.